Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In the last video, we have seen that like how to create this product with the screen and this color, this all the things we had learned about this. Now, in this video, what we're gonna do that we are going to complete this project quickly. So, what we are targeting to complete this, like we are going to create cart header component, cart screen design. We are going to use async storage, and we are going to use context hooks. So first of all, what we are going to supposed to do, let me clarify you. First, we are going to create one screen called cart screen, and we are going to create this header. Okay, so let's do that as quickly. So first of all, what I'm going to do basically, so I'm going to create one screen. Name is called cart screen, cart cart screen dot jsx, and I'm going to create one component called rnfes. Okay, now after that, let's go to the home app.jsx, and here instead of rendering a home component, I'm going to render cart screen component. Okay, now as you can see that we are rendering a cart screen component, and you can see that we have a linear gradient background. To get that linear gradient background, what we have to do, we have to import the linear gradient background to this. Okay, and after that we have to pass the colors. To pass the color, what we can copy these colors from here, and we have to just replace it here. Okay, now after that, let me add a style as well to this container. Styles dot container. Okay, and let me write this style here. So we're gonna have a container giving flex is a 1. Okay, now in the root app component, instead of like let's whenever we are rendering, whenever we are reloading a component, it's navigating back to the home screen. Okay, now what I want that it should be by default, it should be on the cart screen. To make this possible, so we have one property called initial route name. We have to pass the name which route you want as a initial. Okay, so I reload this. Now you can see that we are rendering a cart screen only, and you can see that we had created this linear gradient background. Okay, now after that we're gonna have a one header component. Okay, so let's import the header component, and after that if you see that the header looking like this, right? Let's add some padding as well. So padding will be around 15. If I make it 15, now it's looking well, perfect. Now if you see that for this header we have like this, the back icon and the my cart. Okay, so let's do that as well. So we are going to do pass one property called is cart, and we're gonna have a passing a property as a true, value is a true. Okay, let's go to the header component, and I'm destructing here if is cart is true. Okay, if is cart is true, then what I'm gonna render that I'm going to render this back button icon. Okay, so if it's is cart is true, so let's do that as well. So basically what I'm gonna do here, let me show you. If is cart is true, then I'm going to render one component, one icon import. So this back icon is where, let me show you. So we have to type React Native vector icon directory. Okay, and let me open this. So we want something like this back button, this back. Okay, so we are having a this chevron back, I think. Let me type like this, search like this. So we want like this icon chevron back, I think. Okay, so if I check it out, yeah, children back looks better. So I just copy this icon name, and let me do it. So I'm going to use I know icons, and have what I have to type React Native vector icons slash I know icons. Okay, and if its card is true, then basically I'm going to render I know icons. Name will be children back. Okay, and let me remove this space quickly. Children back. Color will be what? Color will be let me check it out. So the color which I want, that is red. Okay, so let me copy that color as well. uh Red color. Okay, and now as you can see that we are migrating some. Okay, if it's card store, then render this component, else I'm going to render this image component by default. Now if I make it format and reload this, now you can see that we are getting this arrow icon. Okay, now let's pass them size as well. The size will be for this icon will be almost 24. Let's pass a 24. Okay, I'm going to pass a 24. Perfect. Now you can see that we are getting this back icon. Awesome. Now we are having one text as well, my cart. The size is 28. Okay, so let's do that as well. So we are having a one text, my cart. Okay, and let's style that as well. Styles dot my cart. Okay, here what I'm going to do, right? The font size will be almost gonna be 28 and some font weight. Color will be gonna be black. Color gonna be black. Okay, now let me reload this. So now we are getting this awesome looking my cart. Okay, now if we can show that, if we go back there home screen, so we can't we are able to see the my cart. So let's handle it as well. If is cart is true, then only I'm going to render this text, otherwise I'm not going to render this text. Okay, now you can see that it's become dynamically awesome. Now the next thing is that when we click on this icon, it should navigate back to the some any other screen. So how we can do that as well? So to do that, we have to write const navigation, use navigation. Okay, and at the place of the back icon, this is the back icon. So I'm going to use touchable opacity, touchable opacity, uh, touchable opacity. Okay, and let me do here as well. Okay, and I'm going to add a one event. I'm going to list one on press event as well, and write a function called navigation dot navigate to the home screen. If I click on this, it is not navigating. Now here what I have to supposed to write, I have to write home stack. Now if I click on this, it's navigating back to the home component. Okay, now let's go back to the my cart screen. Now the first what we have to do, we have to design a cart, sorry, my product cart, sorry, card basically. So let's design that quickly. So I go back to the here, and I'm going to create one component name as a cart card dot jsx, and I'm going to type rnfes. Okay, and let's go back to the cart screen. Okay, and I'm going to render this cart component. Okay, and I'm going to comment this code. Okay, now basically what we have to do, first of all, we have one image. Okay, so let's render one image quickly. Image. Okay, and source here what we have we want URI. So let me copy the URI of any image. So I'm going to, I went to the data inside JSON, and I'm going to use this image. Okay, so I have to just copy this image. Let's go there, and I'm going to assign a variable called const image URL. Okay, I get this image URL, and this is the URI gonna be. Okay, now nothing nothing is we are able to see right now. So we are called styles as well. Style is equal to styles dot uh, cover image. Okay, now let's write this styling for this, and we're gonna have a container as well. Styles dot container. Okay, now the container gonna be looking, we're gonna apply some styling for the container as well, and the cover image as well. So if we check the cover image, So we're gonna have a height as a 125 and width will be 94. Okay, so height will be 125 and let's add a width as well. So the width will be almost what 94, right? So I'm going to write 50% width for sure. Okay, let me make it 20%. I think the width will be gonna be 20%. Perfect. Let me make it 30%. I make it 30%. Now it's looking 25% looking better, I think. Okay. Now we want some margin vertical as well. Margin vertical will be 10. Okay, to get the image down. After that, let me add some one more. Basically a padding, something like that. Let me add a margin as well. View, and we're gonna have a capital view, and here we what we supposed to do. Let me add some margin. Style is equal to styles dot header container. Okay, and let me add a styling quickly. Header container and the margin vertical will gonna be 10. Okay, I think margin top gonna look much more better, and we're gonna have a margin top as a 20. No, margin bottom gonna be 20. Perfect. Now let's go back to the here and set the card code, and we're gonna have another view, and we're gonna have a style. This style is equal to styles dot cart content. Okay, so the first text which we gonna have a title, and name is a, okay, let me add a title text. So let me add a title quickly, text, and we're gonna have a like jacket jeans, and the second is called price as well. Okay, so let me add the price as well. Okay, now inside the cart container, let's style this as well. So cart container flex direction will be become row for now. Okay, my bad, I think this container become flex direction as a row. Okay, now the image and the is gonna be same side. Okay, now after that, let me make it cart content will be flex is a 1, flex flex is a 1, so it will take the whole width and the height. Okay, now we're gonna have a one more item as well. Let me add that the delete icon quickly. Let me add, so delete icon we have to write trash. Okay, so I think I need this icon, something like this. Let me check it out. So I think this font autumn 6 icon, trash icon will look much more better. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to import font awesome 6 from React Native practice icons slash font awesome 6. Okay, and we're gonna have a render this like this. We're gonna have a name property, name gonna be anything what you want supposed to be. So name will be a trash for now, font awesome 6. Yeah, this trash, so the name will be trash, as you can see that, and the color which uh, the color which I supposed to be, that is this color. Let me copy paste that color as well quickly. This is the color. Yeah, perfect. The size which I want, the size will be 22.5. The size, let me add a size as well. Size will be almost 25. Okay, now if I load this, you can see that we get the size as well, and which is looking too much greater, so I just make it smaller as a 22. Okay, now you can see that. Perfect. Now we are having a cart content, so we let have style this as well. Style is equal to styles dot uh, title, and we're gonna have a price as well. Style is equal to styles dot price. Okay, let me add a title in the price styling for this, and cart content. So we're gonna have a title, uh the title, the title gonna be like 18. Font size will be like this. Font size will be 18. Color gonna be this color, and after that what I supposed to be uh price, the price color will be gonna be like this. Let me add that as well quickly. Price color gonna be 79797, and we might getting some error. Let me add a comma quickly here. Okay, now inside the cart content we want margin horizontal will be almost 10. Okay, now after that I think we gonna have another circle and the size as well, so let's do that as well. And we need some margin top as well, so margin vertical will be gonna be 10. Okay, now the font size which I want is gonna be 20, and the font weight which I need is called 500. Okay, and same for this, I'm going to do font size. Okay, let's do like this. Okay, cool. The font size which I want, the 18, and after that uh what I supposed to do for the price, I think looking better. Let's add another stuff as well, so we're gonna have a one color and the size L, so let's add that as well. V. Okay, and for the first thing is called circle. Okay, and we're gonna have a view. Style is equal to styles dot circle. Okay, so let's do that quickly. So the circle will be gonna be height and width. The height which I want 32, width gonna be 32, border radius gonna be 16, and the background color which I want, that is called this color. Okay, now you can see that we are getting this here, right? Not a big deal. Now another thing is that we want size as well, so let's add that as well, and this gonna be inside here. Let me cut there from here, and we're gonna have a like this. Okay, and I'm gonna name it's called style dot uh, styles dot circle size container. Okay, let me scroll down, and the circle size container gonna be flex direction as a row. Okay, and the margin horizontal will gonna be 10. My bad, I think it's gonna not be margin horizontal, circle size container. Okay, now another thing which I want, that is called this size, right? So we're gonna have a view. Inside this view we're gonna have a size as well, so let's add a size for that as well. So the size will be gonna be L for now. Okay, and we're gonna have a size size circle. Okay, size circle, and after that let's style this as well. Background color gonna be white, and the height and the width which I made, the height and the width is like almost 32 32. So let's add a 32 with gonna be 32 as well. Okay, now as you can see that is looking like this. Let me reload this to make it much more good. Okay, so let's add a border radius as well. Border radius will be 16. Okay, now it's become center, justify content center, and the item center to make the center. Okay, now I need some margin left will be 10. Okay, now I had given the margin left as is 10. Now I'm gonna call this style is equal to uh, size text styles dot size text. Okay, now let's do that as well. Size of circle, size text. The font size which I want is gonna be 20. If I make it 20, it become too much longer, which I don't want. If I check it out, the font size is like almost 18. So let's make it 18, and the font weight which I want is almost 500. Okay, not 5,000, 500. Okay, now 500. Cool. Now if we just go back to the card screen, and if we just loop this card count, so you can see that we are getting the data like this. Awesome. Now we need some image height 125. Okay, so there's one thing which I just want. Height will be 125, and we need some border radius as well. So the border radius which I want is 10%. If I make it 10%, so it's looking better. And we're gonna have a on the touchable opacity on the trace icon, touchable opacity, we're gonna have a touchable opacity here as well. Now you can clickable if I'm able to clickable. So I think there's some error is coming. Border radius updating. So if I check it out, let's check it out quickly. Okay, let me reload this quickly, and after that what I'm going to do, basically border radius will gonna be 20. If I reload this, yeah, perfect. Now what I'm going to supposed to do, basically what I was telling key. So basically we are having like this, right? And we are styling the image as well. So let's go to the image, cover image. Border width will be 25%, the height. Okay, perfect. Now the next thing which I want is called this things, total shipping grand total. So let's add that as well. So the first text will gonna be have a total. Okay, now another text will gonna be shopping, and after that we're gonna have another text called uh, shopping. Okay, now let's add the styling, like content as well. So we're gonna have a view, and inside this view we're gonna have a this view, and we're gonna have a inside a view, and we're gonna have a text. Another text gonna be a price value, that is called what, or a 199. Okay, and another thing is that we have shipping, and shipping charge is like almost zero. So let me do that as well. Okay, the total this is the total value which we have written. Now let's add a same shipping value as well. Okay, now to add a shipping value, what I am supposed to do basically, now I have, I'm going to make it in the place of $0, I'm going to make it $0 basically. Okay, now this is how we have to do it, but there's one catch that it should be some price as well, like some margin as well. So styles dot price container. Okay, the price container which I added, style is equal to price styles dot price price. Okay, and price and title. Okay, and same gonna be for this as well, styles dot price and title. Okay, so I'm going to just copy pasting that all the stuff. Okay, now if you check it out, perfect. Now price and title here we have, and we're gonna have a style is equal to styles dot price and title. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do basically, I'm going to write like this, flex direction as a row. Okay, and justify content will be space between a space between. Okay, and we're gonna have some margin horizontal as well. Margin horizontal gonna be 20, and after that we're gonna have some divider as well. So, and let's add a styling to the this text as well. Style is equal to styles dot text. Okay, now again let me copy this again and again. The size text gonna be let me do that as well. The text styling gonna be looking like this. Color will be this, and font size is 20. Color gonna be this color, and the font size which I want is called 18. Okay, now if I load this, it's looking better, right? Now we want some another this divider as well. So let me add that divider as well. Okay, to add a divider, what do we have to type? Styles dot divider. Okay, now let me do that. And for the price container, what I supposed to do basically, price and title price container basically, I want some margin top gonna be 14 font sure for now. For margin top gonna be 14. Okay, now let's check it out. Yeah, now we're gonna have some margin vertical gonna be 10. I think 5 looks okay, 10 looks better. Now we're gonna have a divider as well, and the border width for the divider we're gonna have a border width of 2. Border color we're gonna have this color. Let's add that as well. Okay, now I think border width will be gonna be 1, and let's add some margin vertical gonna be 10. Okay, now after that we're gonna have a grand total text. Okay, so let's add a grand total text as well. So just copy this existing text and just pasting this. Okay, and instead of shipping what we need, that is called grand total. So let me do that, grand total. Okay, and the total price is called 199. So let me add that as well. Okay, now instead of having a like this, so we can have a like this style.text, another parameter called color gonna be black. Okay, and we need some font weight as well. The font weight gonna be 700. Okay, perfect. Now after that we want another button called checkout button. So let's add a checkout button as well. So we're gonna have a touchable opacity, and inside here we're gonna have a check it out button. Okay, let's add a checkout button, and styles dot checkout container. Okay, now let's add a checkout container as well. uh, Background color will be gonna be like this color. Let me replace that. Okay, now as you can see that we have replaced this checkout container with this color, and nothing is happening. Why? Because we are using touchable opacity. We are having another thing called text as well. Style is equal to style dot button text. Okay, now we're gonna have a button text as well. Right now a font size which I want is called 25, and the width which I want is called 100%. And still, oh my god, that's why it's not working, because I have to give background color, and that's why. Okay, now we're gonna have a margin vertical gonna be 10. Okay, and the color which I want is called white. Text align gonna be center. Okay, now for button text we're gonna have some padding will be 10 as well. Okay, now let's add some border radius to this of 10. Okay, now you can see that we have a checkout button as well. Now if we can add a more item here as well, so we can have a like this cart, and you can see that it's not scrollable. To make that scrollable, what we are going to do basically, we're gonna have a flat list instead of having a normal like this. So let me do that as well. So we're gonna have a like this flat list. Okay, flat list. Okay, and we're gonna have a data. For sure, for now I'm going to pass some static data, and we're gonna have pass render item as a as a card card basically, and we're gonna have another item called render header. Okay, header list header component, and inside that uh, what I'm going to supposed to do basically, I'm going to do like this. We have to just copy this all this stuff. Okay, I just caused that, and I'm going to dump it here. Okay, now you can see that another thing is that we are having a render item as a cart. Okay, and after that we having this product card as well. So let me remove this again, cart. Okay, and if I reload this, so you can see that this is how this is looking like this, and that's too weird. Okay, so this price content, let me cut it here from there, and this one is also from here. Again we can see like this, and after that we're gonna have a called list footer component. Here we have to pass this item instead of passing in the on the header side. Okay, now you can see that we are having a cart price as well. Awesome. And I don't want to show this is called indicator as well. Okay, so let me remove this property is called indicator. Okay, so it's vertical indicator will become false. Okay, now we can just call it anyway. Okay, when we click on checkout, it will check out that. Okay, and let's add a content container style, and the padding bottom gonna be 40 for now. Okay, now let's make it 100 to make it scrollable mode. Okay, now after that, what I supposed to want, this is how we can make it uh, Figma. So I click on this, add to cart minimum, and it will looking like this. Okay, so that's all in this video. In the next video, what we are going to do, basically we are going to we have seen this, we have done this, we have done this. We are going to use async storage, and we are going to use context hooks to store the data. So yeah, that's all in this video, guys. See you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.